Okay, shows that we are live. Excellent. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talk Piece. We're already at episode 4. Only 96 more until I meet the man, Tight Kubo himself, to talk about his latest work, Yu Yu Haku Bleach. I cannot wait for that day. It's going to be fantastic. But we must focus on the present. And today, for this probably very controversial debate, as one can tell from the title and from the footage you're looking at on the screen right now, yeah, things might get heated. But to help me through this storm, or to throw me off the ship, depending on what's said here, is our my dear friend, world champion walk-ins, former prime minister in Texas because of the whole U.S. election thing that happened just around a week ago. But yeah, how do you do, mate? How are things going since
I
the last
I
time?
I demand a recount because this election was not fair, and I demand a recount immediately.
Yes, but how did it make you feel?
It made me feel quite angry because the Orange Party wanted to rig the votes. So even though the cats technically won the House, no, it should have been the fish.
And this is why, kids, you should all move to Australia. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really know of a good way to exactly start this because, like I mentioned, like 30 seconds ago, we're talking about Big Mom, and people could tell just by the picture I put. It's like we're going to be debating if Big Mom is still a fearful Yonko, a great danger to everyone, or is she becoming a joke of a character? And I know the obvious answer is like, she's a threat. She's a Yonko. Look, you should take her seriously. She could waste them all. Here's the thing, though. In past chapters, like specifically in the whole Wano arc itself, Big Mom has been kind of treated like a joke, and some people could easily make the analogy to characters that have been done to services in the past, like chief among them, Sanji. It's like Oda's like just dishing out these Big Mom L's when she had this really cool stride, but we will probably go into more detail. Well, I don't know why I said probably. We will go into more detail
Yeah.
about this because yeah, this is a very very strange topic, and I'll be honest with you and honest with everyone. I'm not sure how to exactly feel on this. I'm not particularly on either side. I could change either way. I want her to be the Yonko. Yeah, I want her to have that same intimidation she had when she chased the Straw Hats across the ocean, but I can't just ignore the fact that just recently she was suplexed by a fishman and rolled off to the other side of Onigashima like a boulder, like a giant big meme. So, it,
Mom.
yeah, I could go on either way. It really does depend. I guess the main aim of this whole debate we're gonna have is like, can she get back to that Yonko status? Can she reach her peak again, or is she just gonna turn into another joke for the hell of it? But yeah, I rattled on for a little bit. Tell me what you think. Walk-ins in my as I sit here in my therapist chair.
Oh, Big Mom. Where do we begin besides the beginning of Big Mom? So, um, yeah, like you, I'm in the middle with Big Mom because on one hand, yes, she's a Yonko. Yes, she has power. Yes, she does. She does strike fear in the characters in there. We get that. We understand that as the audience. However, the way she's been treated in Wano has not been good. And even near the whole end of Whole Cake Island, where the most dialogue we got from her was wedding cakey. Like it's just it's because you're torn because we had all this hype for the Yonko back with Whitebeard, back with Shanks, and hearing about, oh, there's also Kaido and Big Mom in the New World. Oh shit, Blackbeard's the next Yonko, and they have big news. Morgan's being like, there's a fifth Emperor of the Sea. No more of the Yonko because that is for emperors in Japanese. um, yeah, it's hard to talk about Big Mom because again, just like what I said, like she has a factor where she is terrifying, but you can't not think about the other shit that's happened, like the whole amnesia plot line, which was garbage. Like she was basically just used as a plot device. That's basically all she is in Wano. She is a plot device. She's a moving plot device, and you don't know what she's gonna do. She is that X factor in all of this.
Yeah, and Oda definitely pulled that wild card because if it was not for her, Luffy would have still been in prison.
Yeah.
The whole Yonko alliance thing wouldn't have happened at all. And I know that seems a little silly to be like, well, duh, Big Mom would be needed there as the alliance, but you could easily tell, like, oh yeah, it's just for the sake of the plot. It was and it was because Queen managed to get a smashing headbutt on her, which triggered back her amnesia.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess there's one thing I do want to talk about real quick, and I always found it kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
It's practical, but it is kind of silly how Big Mom, ever since the end of Whole Cake Island, like she swore revenge on Luffy, and she gets to Wano. She's climbing the waterfall with her kids. King shows up, and it's like it's not too. I don't want to like besmirch the name of our good man King there, but it does seem just a tad silly that Big Mom was so easily thwarted.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
a tad.
yeah, I can see that. The only thing I can counter on that is there's only so much you can do when you're on a ship.
True.
So I
But it's
mean,
like
yeah.
she could manipulate the ocean. Sparrow could have done something. Hell, everyone on that ship, Smoothie included, Sparrow, Big
Yeah.
Mom. It's like it did feel just a tad silly that they just kind of fell after that. They didn't even try anything. I could understand if Flampe didn't get to do
Well, it
anything.
might have been Flambe. It might have been
Yeah,
her.
she held everyone back.
But the way I see it, at least when I saw it in the manga, is it was kind of a oh, what's the word?
Was
It
it too
was
fast to react?
I yeah, it was an ambush. That's what it was. Like because King had prior knowledge from what I gathered. King had prior knowledge that Big Mom and her family were climbing up the waterfall, and so he's just circling around the waterfall, and as soon as he sees him, he's just like, all right, time to jettison my way out there and kick him down because they're the idiots that are a bunch of devil fruit users
Hmm.
in a boat.
Couldn't you also say the same for Big Mom's crew, though? It's like this is one of the only entrances to this very discreet nation with
Mhm.
very powerful warriors, and Kaido's here too. It would be kind of dumb if you just went over the waterfall. It's like, yay, we did it. There should be no guards or resistance here. We're
Yeah.
in the clear. That
I mean,
seems
there's a lot
boring.
there's a lot of factors you can put into it, like, oh, we finally got up here, yay for us. In the middle of that, there's also the factor of I don't know if this was in the manga, but I'm pretty sure in the anime it was really dark and cloudy and stormy. Um, actually, no, I think I want to say that was in the manga.
I think it was too.
Yeah,
I think I vaguely remember the
and
artwork.
plus, I mean, the only thing you can really see from King is his flames, and plus, we don't really know how fast King is, especially in his pterodon form or pteranodon, whatever dinosaur that is.
But they recognized him before the blow, though.
Yeah, but still, it's like, oh, I recognize that NASCAR car coming right at me, going 500 miles an hour. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that. I'm just saying, like, there's factors for both sides, blah blah blah. But
If only Katakuri was there, he could have been like, "Hey, mom, there's a pterodactyl coming to our ship." She's like, "What?" Boom.
like, the fuck. Well, see, there's a point for Katakuri. See, Trevor, Katakuri is the most, he is the most competent member of Big Mom's pirate crew.
You know what? We are going to go into competency there. Yeah. With Big Mom, but yeah, no, I agree. He's one of the more competent members.
Yeah.
I'm still not changing my mind, though. He is still a very inconsistent character in quite a few areas. But yes, I agree with you. Don't you worry. I'm letting you have that one.
That's because you're a hater, Trevor.
Oh, yes, because I find a few flaws with the man's storytelling. That makes me a Nazi hate monger of the toxic brood. Yep, that's me. I hate everything. That's why I still support the series and the man's work. Yep, me, Nazi.
I mean, you're at least not talking bad about Odin, so I can forgive you.
Yeah, that horrible character. I'm glad he burned to death. So anyway.
Well, thanks everybody for coming to the video. It's been great. This is my final video with Trevor, and
be sure to subscribe to the Nintendo of America YouTube channel
for their wonderful content and their on-time delivery.
I'm sensing personal animosity there. And speaking of which, I do want to bring up the whole. I think the whole mindset that people started thinking like, wow, she's kind of downgraded was with the whole amnesia plot line, and it raises some very interesting questions because at first I could take it. Like Big Mom fell off the top of a waterfall into the ocean. She's powerless. Maybe the current smacked her against the side of a sea cliff. I don't fucking know. And she washed up. Maybe like utterly powerless in the water. Maybe hitting her head hard enough against a rock. Maybe did like amnesia. I think that's what Oda was trying to paint the picture of. However, like I mentioned before, all it took was Queen dive bombing on her head, and that brought her back. This seemingly invincible woman who, during her own arc, was described as nothing can get past her. Cannonballs, swords, nothing. Only when she's emotional can she be hurt. Except for if you're a dinosaur jumping off the roof of a prison, then it gets bad.
Right. So just to counteract your point with that, Brachiosaurus weighs 75,000 pounds.
That's true.
So there's that.
You have defeated me. Well done, sir.
But no, here's the thing with the amnesia plotline. First of all, I hated it. Just gonna throw that out there. But when the chapter came out where it ended, where she's just like, "Who am I?" I was skeptical because here's my thing. I'm very skeptical with things until I see how it pans out.
It doesn't pan out well.
It does not pan out well because as soon as they say they're going to Udon, I knew exactly what was going to happen. That Big Mom was just there to get Luffy out of prison. And that as soon as Luffy was free, her memories would come back. And what had happened? What happened? Luffy got free. 75,000 pound fat ass Brachiosaurus rams into her head. Starts remembering.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a good enough payoff for that. Yeah, she really did. Like you said, she felt like a plot device, just a narrative structure to get from point A to point B. And yeah, everyone can technically say, well, I mean, that's the same thing with Luffy. He's a character that goes from point A to point B. Yes, but there is context. It really does depend on the character and the actions. You can tell if you watch a horror movie if you're watching really good characters, then you're only going to look at these characters as what they are, characters.
Mhm.
If they're not good characters, if they're stereotypes, if they're just some joke, if they're written not well enough, you can easily look at them like, oh, okay, you're in the story just to die.
Yeah.
You can have that same thing with One Piece. Like, oh, this character here, they're just here to die. This
Mhm.
character here, oh, it's to get Luffy out of a Yonko controlled prison, and then I'll turn her back to normal because yay me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first strike, and I think Joy Boy theories.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember his exact reaction. I think it was pure joy when Big Mom got amnesia the first time
Yeah.
because he's like, "Oh my god, Big Mom is now going to be an ally to the Straw Hats." She
Yep.
gets her memories back.
All those theories.
Yeah, and then she like gets memories back and like, "I'm going to kill Luffy," and Joe Boy's like, "Well, I'm still going to have hope." Like, no,
No,
no.
there was no hope for that.
Yeah, especially when she got knocked. Well, she was knocked out by Queen, right?
She was knocked down, but like it's weird because when you somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but with my experience with seeing amnesia plot lines, when all your memories are coming back, it does mess with your head. So like as she's laying there on the ground with a foggy memory, as everything's coming back to her, that was when Queen was just like, all right, everyone get me those sea stone cuffs, like 100% grade. We're gonna wrap her up in all these chains, all this sea prism stuff, and get her right to Onigashima. So it was a mix of her like getting her memories back in that foggy haze, and then sea prism cuffs and all that shit chained up, and then so that weakens her right there. Oh, quote unquote weakens her. She still broke out of it when she got into Onigashima.
Well,
But
no, they let her go.
oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. But
Yeah.
but still, like she probably could have broken out of it though, but she probably just wanted a nap too because she was
I can
sleeping.
imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine that she's like laying down on the ground. She has like head like a massive headache going on,
Mhm.
and she's thinking, "I'm remembering something," and then Pound comes back in her mind, and she's like,
God.
"Ugh." And that's why she stayed unconscious the whole time because she has to relive all the memories with Pound and shit, trying to
Yeah.
kill him, but he just will die.
Yeah.
Don't you
So-
dare say the will of P.
There, I mean, the will of P does exist.
I hate you.
The only one that hasn't is Pedro, but I mean Ace died and he's part of the will of D, so
Wait for
Wait.
it. Pedro's liquid. God damn it! The ashes of Pedro are going to reform themselves out of the wind. You can imagine, like near the end, Kaido's getting ready to kill everyone, but suddenly a gust of wind comes in, and like the wind carries these black soot ashes, and they start forming a creature. Everyone's looking out, like, what's going on here? And then Pedro's formed. It's like, I am back to save you. It's my time to shine. Turns Sulon, Rex Kaido shit. And everyone in the One Piece world will be like, yeah. And everyone else in the real world, like us, we would go like, what the
fuck? Yeah, no. So
what is this shit?
Okay, Trevor.
Yes.
I'm about to make history 18 minutes and I guess 45 seconds into this video. I don't know.
Go.
Oh my god. Trevor.
Yeah.
A theory just came to my mind because of this Will of P meme.
Oh god, no.
It's about the Will of D.
Oh god, no. Oh, if someone dies, they stay dead.
No. What if? Oh my god! Do I say it in this video about Big Mom?
Do it.
The Will of D is the will to die. Now hear me out. Well, die with a smile, but whatever. Fuck that shit. Most of the people with a D in their name have, well, not most, but some of the big ones that we know of that have died. Goldie Roger, Porcus D Ace, and whatever the D one, the giant that helped Robin,
Saul.
because he was a D, right?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, it might have some connection with dying for the next generation.
Well, fuck.
And that's why Pedro died, because he has a D in his name. He has Pedro. He doesn't have the will of P. He has the will of D.
His full name is P.D. Rowe.
Yes.
But it sounded too immature, so everyone just called him Pedro.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It sounded better in my head. But anyways, Big Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we should continue chronologically, kind of in a way, because because she kind of had like an embarrassing plot line about her, just a little.
Wano. Yeah.
And she's taken to Kaido, and Kaido said like, release her, and he's like, Lin, I told you I would kill you if you came here. And Big Mom is just like, I'd like to see you try. And then they clash, and it's a great moment, because not only do you get to see the skies split again, like with Shanks and Whitebeard, like that's a true sign of a Yonko strength right there. That's just a pure analogy. And it's also like the fulfillment of during the Reverie arc, where Big Mom seemed to have like this oh god, what's the word? Favor? Like Kaido owes her one. And everyone's like, that's why Big Mom is superior to Kaido. Nowadays, that's kind of laughable, depending on how it goes. But it's like Kaido's like, I am going to defy you. I can take you. And Big Mom's like, yeah, no, you can't. Try it, bitch. And they clash. They clash for a couple days, a few days, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 days and nights. Yeah, because I think because there was a joke with it where everyone was like in the basement, and they're just like, they've been going at it for 3 days now, 3 days and nights. Get it? Going at it because Mom. Big Mom.
They're fight fucking.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they get. That's how they get their rocks off.
God damn it!
That's how they get their rocks off.
Oh my god! No, I think I got the term fuck fighting. Yeah, that's it. It was from Team 4 Star when Kieran and Grant were playing the Batman Telltale game, and when Batman and Catwoman were fighting, they're fuck fighting. Oh wait, no, I think that's not Team 4 Star. That's a Super Best Friends play. I think. Someone will correct me either way.
Yeah, let us know in the
comments. Fuck fighting. But yeah, after that, they then make the whole alliance.
Yeah.
And it's they're like, all right, until we take over the world, we're gonna be allies. Everyone's gonna be friends. Woo! And all the Beast Pirates are like, okay, this is weird, but we'll roll with it. You're the boss. But unfortunately, this does not go well with Big Mom's kids. Turns out they were all fine. All of them somehow survived the capsizing of a ship.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I know. Flampe will have her time. She will die. It's like episode 2, where Count Dooku tells Newcomers like, "Don't worry, Viceroy, she will die." I feel like that's us. We're in a Coliseum, just looking down at the Big Mom crew. Like, "Don't worry, Walken, she will die."
She better be. She better. I have money riding on it.
And that's actually one of the more interesting things about like the whole situation, because Big Mom is on board. And this is where the family relationship of Big Mom is really called into question. Because without Big Mom, the whole family's in disarray. They don't know who's going to exactly lead them. Because you got Parasparrow's like, well, she's in Kaido's territory. There's no way he's going to let her live. I'm her firstborn. I know how this shit goes. I shall be the captain. And then Oven's like, whoa, fuck your seniority.
Yeah.
We go by strength. Katakuri is the captain. And then Smoothie comes in. It's like, you guys are underestimated, Mom. If I have to, I will carry her will. We follow Big Mom to the end.
Right.
Don't take Mama so lightly. Um, and then we still almost had that dynamic because Paraspero recently just met with Big Mom, and he kind of signed on to the plan really quickly.
See,
Unfortunately,
something's up here. Like, first of all, I have a few things.
mm-hmm.
So, first of all, we have this alliance with Big Mom and Kaido. They formed it like a week and a half before this raid, before the Fire Festival. How the fuck is Big Mom's crew not up there yet? Because here's the thing. There is another way up besides the waterfall. So if Big Mom and Kaido were actually in an alliance, like a true 50-50 alliance, why are the Big Mom Pirates not up there right now? Why is it just Paraspero?
I have my own thoughts about that.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that well, Big Mom, she's not the kind that probably gives messages to her children. Like, for all she knows, she doesn't even know they're alive, but she still has Katakuri back at home. Any survivors, she'll take them. Like, I think we clearly established, or I'm sorry, not we, Oda has clearly established that she doesn't have too much care for her kids unless it gives her power.
But see, that's the thing. If it gives her power, they're her crew. So why is she not trying to have all of her power with her?
I don't think she just had a good, I don't think there was a message to give. Like, I don't think she had a means to really contact them. That's why the whole Big Mom crew, the whole Big Mom crew was just like, they learned about this after the announcement was made. They did not know about Big Mom. She did not call them. It was like, hey guys, I'm part of the alliance. It was only when the news was released, they're like, wait, what the fuck? Mom, why did Mom do this? And then come the raid, they're like, all right, well, we're gonna go up there. And Parasparrow's like, I'm gonna rebel. And then Smooth's like, don't rebel. But they get up to the waterfall, and Marco knocks them back down once again in all the meme glory. But yeah, I don't think I like where you're going with that. Because, it would make the Big Mom crew have a purpose aside from being kind of like a joke right now. But unfortunately, Watkins, Marco did swoop in and treat them like that joke. Oh, yes. And they still have that divisive attitude about them.
But see, that's not where I'm getting at with this. What I'm getting at is I think part of the new Onigashima project, I think part of that is Kaido taking down Big Mom. I think he was planning to take down Big Mom.
And take Big Mom's crew as his own?
No, because they're not going to do shit. They can't do shit to Kaido. Because, see, that's the thing. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, she wouldn't have anybody there. Nobody would know besides the people in Wano that she died, except for whoever's giving orders, like, not orders, who's ever talking to Blackbeard. Because Blackbeard knows what the fuck's going on, and Drake knows what's going on, so the Marines would know too. But the Big Mom crew won't know until they, get that message in there. That's where I think everything was going with this. And I think it's still kind of going with that too.
So it's just like a backstage plot to get rid of her.
Yeah. It's just like the Orochi thing, where Kaido was just like, hey, let me slice your head. Oh, we're taking over Wano now. Like a Tuscan Raider and all that shit. Sorry, I just watched Mandalorian the other day, so
I don't blame you. But yeah, my bad. I did not know what you mean at first.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Because the biggest takeaway from all that is because the biggest theme of this arc has been betrayal, and Kaido keeps mentioning. Kaido's mentioned it. Other pirates have mentioned it about pirates betraying other pirates. Whether it's they don't see themselves winning, so they're just going to go. Big Mom could see that and just leave Kaido. That's one thing. Or, Kaido was planning to kill Big Mom. I don't see this alliance going past the Fire Festival at all.
Yeah. It's also the same thing with her family.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure what they're gonna do.
Yep.
But yeah, basically the like I mentioned, the Big Mom crew is just kind of they're still on the sidelines. Only Parasparrow has survived. Smoothie
Yeah.
has once again proven to be completely useless outside of a video game. Um, yeah, play Pirate Warriors 4.
Yeah.
Mr. Prems and I talked about it in the last episode. By the way,
Yeah,
go
you
watch
did.
that because it was a lot of fun. But yeah, play Pirate Warriors 4 if you want to see an actual competent Smoothie. You can't stop me this time, Mr. Prems. You're not on here to stop me this time. Smoothie praise.
Yes. Now,
But
now we need that Wano pack to have Jack and Hawkins. I think you can't play as yet.
no, Hawkins? Yeah.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Hawkins is already in the game.
Oh, wait, it's Kinemon I'm thinking about.
Oh, okay.
You can't play as Kinemon yet. So I'm thinking the Wano pack's going to be Jack, Kinemon, and God, I hope, just give it to me. Give me Odin. Give me Odin.
I can see it.
Give it to me.
I can see it. I just want Pirate Warriors 4 to just say fuck it, like they did with Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, all right, the final absolute character we're doing for this game, Goldie Roger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would love that shit.
That would it would honestly make more sense because his flashbacks coming up in anime form, and what better way to advertise that than by making like the final DLC character, like the 10th character in Pirate Warriors 4's DLC, Goldie Roger with the most broken moveset because god damn it, he deserves it.
Ooh, you know what else would be cool? Let's get some Prime people in here, like Prime Whitebeard.
Oh, like a reskin?
Yeah. Let's put some skins in here.
I would gladly take that because Pirate Warriors 4 skins are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
There's no variety.
Except for like the downloaded ones. Those are pretty cool.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's always been the standard, It's like they usually give all the skins to the girls because Japanese reasons.
Yay! Give them to them. Give me my bikini skins.
There was more variety in the last game, and that sucks.
Yeah.
At least in terms of skins.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had like Dynasty Warriors, you had Boa who had like 3 other ones. Like she had the Marineford one, she had the Amazon Lily one, she had the 3D2Y one, and she had a Dynasty Warriors one, yeah.
Yeah, I just wish I just wish more of the guys had costumes because just go fucking crazy.
True. Yeah.
I think Pirate Warriors 2 had outfits from the movies, which was really cool. But we're getting off topic.
Oh yeah, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. So Big Mom crew have been smited down, and then Big Mom is like, she's getting her hair done, and meanwhile there's the festival going on. By the way, I will say it was very smart of Kaido's minions to start the festival before Big Mom because let's face it, if she was there with them, there would be no food left.
Yeah.
Good move. I like that. Whoever plans, whoever is the party planning committee for Kaido, good on them. You deserve a raise.
Actually, wait, hold on. If you just said that, if there's no more food,
she'll go berserk.
Oshiruko.
Gross.
Actually, that's one thing I want to talk about with Big Mom, and I guess you can lump this with Kaido too, but whatever. And maybe even Whitebeard, whatever. Oda's doing something interesting with these Yonko. He's so you know how Oda likes to give a quirk to every character. Oh, I have this weird social quirk. Goo.
Kind of,
yeah. But he's with the Yonko, the way he's doing that is interesting because he's giving them like mental disabilities or like emotional thing. Okay, hear me out. So we have Big Mom, who goes crazy because of her hunger pangs.
Okay.
So she basically blacks out um when she's craving something.
Okay. And Kaido's with suicide
Kaido's with like
tendencies.
suicide and depression and all that.
Okay. What about Whitebeard?
Um Whitebeard, he oh, what is that? His honestly, his is like loneliness and solitude because he wants a family.
But he had a family, and he
Oh yeah.
never gave up on that.
I'm just saying that that's a
Agree.
reason. That's a reason for him to have it. Not saying that he was like he was still suffering from it, but he was able to get his family. You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Mhm.
I won't disagree. It's just I don't see enough evidence for Whitebeard yet.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying
don't
like
think he will.
there's there's a theme that is going on with this. Because and this was actually a topic like all the way back in Whole Cake Island. Like shit, there's somebody who did a video of it. Because they were trying to say that Big Mom was showing signs of autism. Yeah.
Huh. I
Where is it?
don't know if Oda would ever truly dive into that realm.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying he's like fully diving into it, but he's using different aspects of mental illness or emotional illness or whichever the term is. God, I want to know which video it is. I remember this. Because I remember watching it. Oh God, where is it? I'm actually gonna look this up on. Okay, well, Brago, how Toei ruined Big Mom scene in One Piece. Okay, never mind. We're getting off topic. No, because it was a big theory that was going on back then about Big Mom mental health and all that stuff. Because she also has memory loss. Like um, she's had moments where she has forgotten what has happened because of her hunger pangs. So like I don't remember. Well, we all know the obvious one of when she ate her family, well, quote unquote family. But there's also remind me. Does she remember what happens in Elbath?
No.
So there's that.
She's still in like blissful ignorance.
Yeah, and see that's the bottom line of Big Mom. She's just a giant child. She's a giant child who has had what 50 some odd kids. That's actually
true.
crazy.
Yeah, man, you're just giving me flashbacks of just the ending to that. Just like, I'm gonna eat all my family with no memory of it. 60 years go by or whatever, she still doesn't know.
Dude, when I first read that chapter, I had to go back because like I read it, I was just like, oh, they just kind of disappeared. Okay. And then I did my review for it. And then I was just like, all right, well, what are other people saying? And like I was watching videos like Tekking being like, oh my god, she ate them, and then like King of Lightning being like, oh my god, she ate them. Um all that shit.
Just
And
came out of nowhere.
I'm like, wait, what happened? And I reread the chapter, I'm like, wait, no.
Yep.
No. So, but like, it's kind of also hard to say that like, Big Mom's a giant child because she was on the Rocks crew for a bit. So she was with all these dangerous people, and it's not that she's stupid either. She has this whole network of communications where she knows everything that's going on, kind of like what Blackbeard is doing right now with however he's getting his information. Big Mom gets her information. So, but it's just her actions are more childish than.
And I think that's how she kind of survived in the Rocks crew because she just really was that tough. It's like no one would really try to pick a fight with her aside from like the Rocks cabin boy and whatever rank Whitebeard held. But I'm glad that you kind of took that detour there, because this kind of helps kind of drive it home just
Mhm.
a little. Because ever since childhood, whether you liked or did not like her flashback, it was nothing but like an uphill hype train for Big Mom.
Yeah.
You got to see her in her childhood, how she got her powers through tragedy. You got to see like how she matured or really did not mature. It's like this is how Big Mom became Big Mom. And then she had her whole Cake Island arc, and she was just unstoppable, you know? Like one of my favorite moments during Whole Cake Island was the fact that it took half of the Straw Hats, all of their combined efforts, plus Jimbei, by the way, before he was a Straw Hat. Like it took
Yubei was
Warlord
always
Jimbei and half of the crew to simply push her off a boat. It took half of the crew to accomplish the feat of pushing someone off a boat.
And
I,
that was while she was like 300 pounds lighter, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I
Yep.
think that was the only reason Jinbei was able to make like any sort of dent is because she just lost all that weight.
Yeah.
So we like there's this like great expectation. And remember, ignore the anime. They fucked this part up. But in the manga, her elbow blocked a con gun just casually. Boom, the end. In the manga, she uses two hands or some shit, which is
Wait, what?
dumb. It's
Wait, hold
really
on. What?
dumb. Yeah, in the anime, she uses two arms and forms an X to block the con gun. Luffy versus Kaido was not the first time where the animators thought, "Oh, I'm gonna make a Yonko try in a fight." Yeah, no, they pulled that shit in the anime too. It was bad, but
Hey,
so in the manga, she blocked the con gun.
with her elbow in the manga, right?
Yeah, pathetically easy,
Oh no
and
no
it's just
no
like,
no 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 no!
yeah,
She's still using her arm in the anime.
yeah, but she uses two arms because Luffy charges her at a
She
Luffy
has
charges
she has
her.
both arms hockeyed up. Hold on,
Yeah,
let me finish the scene. But yeah, she's only using one arm to block it.
she made the X arm formation, didn't she?
No, she still had the same movement.
I swore it was two arms. I swore she
Let me
used
keep
two
watching
arms.
this. They might have added a. Oh, that's what it is. He did a bazooka,
Oh,
and
that's right.
that was her doing the
Yeah,
two arms. In the manga, it was just the elbow.
it's such a disservice. But just do
I
the
mean,
one con gun.
well, that's the thing. Like the anime, I think the anime added this bazooka.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So her
Luffy just
using
did the con gun.
wait, what?
Yeah, Luffy in the manga, Luffy did the con gun. That
Yeah,
was it.
yeah.
He literally deflated after that. In the anime, they did the bazooka. That it's just
Mm.
like, why even pull the bazooka? Just do the con gun. It helps paint the picture perfectly. And going back to that picture, she has been built up. She cannot be stopped. The best thing they could do was run away. Literally, Jack Sparrow quote: "We must fight to run away."
yeah.
And then comes Wano. Big Mom is there. Everyone's like, "Oh fucking shit!" And then she got amnesia. She turned into a plot device. And we're like, "Okay, well, let's trust Oda. You know, maybe he'll make this better." But plot device, as we
Yeah.
established already. Then she fights off against Kaido for a few days. We're like, "All right, yeah, that is Big Mom. Yep, that's
Yeah.
pretty good." Onigashima raid. She this is rather funny. Where during the raid, she opens a window and she finds Chopper and Usopp, and they're just like,
Oh my god, that part was hilarious. With just her big face being like, huh?
yeah. And then she chases them down, and it's just like, okay, so like two of the smartest straw hats are leading her away. Well, unintentionally leading her away. But it's like, okay, maybe they're gonna figure out a plan to keep her at bay, because if two Yonkos are in the same vicinity with the straw hats, they're fucked. No
Right.
way out of that. They're fucked. But here comes Big Mom once again with Nami and Carrot. And it's just like, oh, hello, Kaido. Did you mention my name? And then starts going downhill because Nami and Carrot easily escape her clutches. and then a motorcycle, Frankie with the motorcycle, come in, bonks
I'm
her on
sorry.
the
I love
head.
that. I love the Frankie motorcycle. I'm sorry.
It's cool, but I cannot stress this enough, and you didn't stress this. Well, no, you stressed this a lot. Where a lot of people were concerned that getting conked in the head by a motorcycle
Oh
would
yeah.
make her lose memory again and make her fight on the Straw Hats, because a lot of people thought that they were doomed without Big Mom's help. A lot of people worried. If fans are worried that getting hit on the head will result in memory loss, are you qualified to be a Yonko? That's where people started to be like, wait, hold on. Yeah, this is kind of putting things in perspective. And then Big Mom tries to like, I'm gonna kill you, and then Jinbei suplex rolled out of the island, and that's where we last saw her talking to Parasparrows like, yeah, no, it's fine. I will kill them myself because I have a Saiyan's pride. And yeah, it was to the point where Rogers Base, the guy that decided to do a reaction on Big Mom's introduction to the anime, and the guy that tried to do a sing-along version of that, and also the guy that really, really loved her, decided to portray top 10 anime betrayals, where he stated, Big Mom is a joke, and a lot of you are not ready for that conversation yet. Well, here we are, Walkins. We're having that conversation. We pretty much just went through.
Uh-oh. Trevor died. Trevor died. Well, thanks for coming to the video. Trevor died. Trevor.
I'm right here. Right
You
here.
died. You died.
What? Where did I die?
Nothing happened there.
What? Okay, how long was I out?
For a few seconds.
Oh, what was the last thing I said?
You were talking about Rogers Base and his thing about Big Mom, and then you were about to go on a rant.
Yeah, no. Rogers Base said the guy that did a live reaction to Big Mom's introduction just for her. The guy that did a sing along, the guy that loved her. Come recent chapters, he's like, guys, Big Mom is a joke. You're just not ready for that conversation yet.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were angry, but a lot of people agreed. And well, we're having that conversation right now. I don't know if we really accomplished much in the stream. We're just trying to cover the basics. We're just trying to figure out like if where we kind of stand. We're not going to speak like, by the way, guys, we're done. This is why she is the Yonko, or this is why she's a joke. We're literally just trying to like, this is just a chill conversation. Whether she's a Yonko or a joke kind of just depends on you. Objectively, we will find out when she is done, when this whole thing is over. But I thought it would be fun to just talk about this with a dear old friend of mine and see where that goes.
In a way, damn. This might sound stupid or not. You know what? I don't care. In a way, Big Mom and Luffy are kind of the same. If you think about it. It just in a way. Like, yeah, they can both be serious at times, but they're both just kind of, what's the word? I don't want to say goofy, because they're not really goofy. But there's a lot of like, there's a lot of gags that happen with both. So like Luffy, he can have a serious ass fight. He can have, a Rob Lucci level or Katakuri level fight with anybody. But then he can also have a fight with Foxy.
Yep.
Big Mom, and Big Mom's been showing the same thing. And this this is what's leading to my biggest point here, which is something I want to ask you as well, Trevor, because everyone talks about who's killing Kaido.
Well, I just want to direct everyone to the last episode.
Yeah. But however, with Big Mom being here, I want to ask you, with Big Mom and Kaido here, how do you think both of their stories are going to end?
With Kaido?
In terms of battling.
Yeah, so what Mr. Prems and I talked about, we pretty much agreed on, is that with Kaido, we really want to see the Supernovas team up so that they can have their big moment against Kaido, because we're also in agreement that One Piece Stampede is like a perfect blueprint for like a Yonko fight. We really want that kind of stuff to happen. With Big Mom, though, and I might go on a little tangent here, but she is a wild card. We don't know how she's gonna go down. Unfortunately, with how the pace and the story is going right now, especially with Oda's recent tendency to off screen a lot of shit, we are in the possibility that Oda might downplay the severity of Big Mom really trying. I want to point that out. We could have a situation where Big Mom actually trying in a fight is played down so that we can focus on Kaido. So, what I fear is that the Straw Hats would team up to take out Big Mom along with allies, while Luffy heads up to the roof with the Supernovas, whoever shows up to take on Kaido. And the Straw Hats and allies deal with Big Mom. It's like kind of one of those things where like Big Mom's driven by revenge and she wants Luffy, but she can't get to Luffy. That's the ironic twist. She'll never get to him. It has to be with the crew first. Except for Zoro, because he's got to kill Kaido. No,
Oh my
God. But that's what I fear, or I feel like the Straw Hats are going to take down Big Mom with the help of allies, whatever Minks, whatever samurai are there. Because I feel like that would be appropriate. Maybe Luffy can help out. Maybe Big Mom will get in the way before the big showdown with Kaido. Anything could happen at this point. It's just, like we said, a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
But what I fear is that Oda's going to put too much attention on Kaido rather than focusing on maybe very important things with Big Mom, so that a lot of her fight is downplayed. Like we saw with the whole last time we saw her, where she literally just got suplexed and rolled out of the way like it was nothing. Like she was treated like a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And honestly, that page, those couple of panels pretty much inspired this entire show. Well, not the entire show. I mean, like this specific episode, because it is very, I don't know. Again, I don't know if we really covered that much, if we really changed any minds, really inspired that much critical thinking.
We're both kind of in the same mindset, so it's
I guess in one way you could look at this like kind of two guys that are still in the middle about whether Big Mom will actually become a threat or stay as a threat, or she'll be a joke. With the way One Piece is going right now, I fear she may just become a joke. And I really hope I'm wrong. I am really hoping that I'm wrong.
Well, Trevor, you make a good argument. You make a good point. Let me have a go. So, okay. I think Big Mom's like intensity and fearfulness and all that stuff, the things that should make her a Yonko, I think that's going to come back. It's not going to be here in Wano. It'll be after this, because I don't think she's A, going down here, and B, I don't think she's really going to be seriously fighting anybody here. That's just me. However, I don't know how hot of a take this is going to be.
Uh-oh.
So Kaido is going to be taken down by a group. I'm sorry, that's pretty much a given right here.
Yeah.
Luffy's going to beat Big Mom one-on-one.
All right, that's way too hot. Out with you.
So hear me out, because see, this is why I made the comparison of her and Luffy. Because throughout almost the whole time of post time skip, the whole time we've been in the New World, one of the main Yonko that has been with Luffy and the story has actually been Big Mom ever since Fishman Island. They followed them to Dressrosa. They followed them to Zoe. They went to Whole Cake Island. And Luffy fought some high-ranking commanders of them, and he even was asked by the strongest son.
Don't do this to me.
Do you plan on coming back here to defeat Big Mom? And Luffy says yes. And then Katakuri, falls back and all that. Big Mom is here in Wano, and she's a wild card. Something's going to happen where she's either going to have to leave or she's just going to get bored or something. I don't know what's going to happen because, again, she's a wild card.
There's no way she's going to get bored. Her main reason for coming to Wano is literally on the island with her.
That was just something coming out. But I do think she is going to be, because Luffy, I'm sorry, by the end of the story, Luffy needs to have at least beaten the Yonko one-on-one. If he's gonna be a Pirate King, like the Pirate King, he needs to, and it can't be Blackbeard yet, because Blackbeard's about to get another power up. That's also another thing I'm gonna call. Excuse me, hold on. And also another thing I thought of. Most of the people in the worst generation. Now I say most because I'm excluding Shanks from this because I haven't thought of anybody yet. But most of the people from the worst generation, and this is including Blackbeard, have had a Yonko on their mind. A Yonko that they were going to take down. Blackbeard accomplished that with Whitebeard. I'm calling it with Kid on Kaido. Luffy has Big Mom.
So
I know. It's a hot take. It's fresh out the oven cookies for Christmas, and you burn your hands trying to eat it, and it's all gooey. It is a hot take.
I want to ask something though.
What? Ask your question.
So, because Big Mom easily, casually deflected a Gear 4 attack, and considering it took all of Luffy's arsenal to even, in air quotes here, defeat Katakuri. Even if Luffy goes into Gear 5 or gets Awakening, is that really going to change anything against Big Mom? Is that even really going to change that much if Big Mom seriously tries? How is he going to get past her defenses? This is why I keep saying, and Mr. Preps and I, we fully agreed on this. Yonkos should be treated like an RPG boss. You can't do this shit alone. Blackbeard, maybe. Because here's my hot take. I don't think Blackbeard's Yonko level. He has the power of Whitebeard, but I don't think he has that same durability or tenacity as Kaido or Big Mom. He's still very vulnerable. So I want to say that Luffy could 1v1 him. But in terms of the others, they are just monsters. They're these supernatural abominations that you cannot take on one-on-one. It has to be a group effort. Treat it like a Skies of Arcadia boss. Please. Because if you honestly tell me, like, if Luffy just needs a Gear 5 and that's how he's Yonko level, then that defeats so many things. It kind of like makes the whole like, wow, all it takes is one power up to beat the bad guy. Yeah, I don't want this to be Dragon Ball Z. I don't want this to be Dragon Ball Super. I want it to be like a very interesting adventure story. Oh my God, it's I can't see it. A Gear 4 doesn't put a dent in Big Mom, but then suddenly Gear 5 just crushes her at every turn. I don't believe it. I don't.
Here's the thing you're missing though, Trevor. Luffy has an upgraded armament hockey. An armament hockey that supposedly can injure Kaido. Again, therefore, the upgraded hockey, because we have a power system that hasn't been clearly defined. If you haven't noticed, I'm not too big of a fan of hockey.
Yeah.
I will there's another hot take. The only hockey that I actually really, really, really like is Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah, same. Like hockey has pretty much been the only power system for part 2, and that infuriates me to some extent because, like, my favorite fight from Whole Cake Island is still Luffy versus Cracker, or Luffy and Nami versus Cracker. It's just a really good fight. I love that shit.
Yeah, because like if Oda had just stuck with Conqueror's hockey and had it be like these people that like have this Conqueror's spirit,
Clash of Wills.
Exactly, like Clash of Wills, but also those people could also be the only ones that could use like this armament power as well. Like you could tack that on into that.
No, but everyone has to have it.
That's fucking stupid.
That,
I'm sorry.
well,
I'm sorry.
don't worry. That's how devil fruits are just considered bad.
See, I like the devil fruit system. That's fine because we have powers, we have classes within the classes, and we also have a huge weakness to those. Don't add something else so that normies can injure these people.
Yeah, it really would put a hurt in part one if you had armament hockey and again, like if the Marines had that power and if any of the Straw Hats would have that power, Crocodile would not nearly be the force he was to be reckoned with today.
Yeah. But all I'm saying, like, I see it in my mind, and I know this is all speculation and headcanon and blah blah blah, but I honestly see Luffy fighting and beating Big Mom in the future. In the future, I'm not talking about right now. It doesn't have to be in Wano, and it doesn't even have to be in the next arc. But we're nearing the end of One Piece for one, but we're also nearing something that was foreshadowed back at the end of Dressrosa. This throne war thing.
Yeah.
We're nearing that.
But why should any one person have it when Luffy can have that throne with his friends? That way the One Piece is the journey we made along the way.
Fuck that bullshit. You want another hot take? I don't think the series ends after Luffy finds the One Piece.
No, I don't. I think he's going to find the One Piece, and that's how the final war gets started.
Yep. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, he's king? Nah, son. Nah, bitch.
No, I think it's like going to be one of those situations where, kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. My God, I'm just bringing up the last episode quite a few times here. But yeah, I think it would be like Luffy finds the One Piece. Everyone that's on Luffy's side is on one side, Marines on the other. Let's go. World War. But by the way, we kind of passed our limit. So
that's fine. This episode kind of turned more into theory territory than Big Mom, now that I think about it.
So I should just ask the question. We should just ask the question. I don't know if we really changed each other's minds. Maybe we changed a mind here and there. I'm not too sure. I like to think like us two guys were in the middle. Maybe we were just fine to talk about this and we just leave it up to interpretation with you guys. I want to see comments. I want to see what the comments had to say about this. But Watkins, are you still in the middle, or are you leaning towards she's intimidating or she's going to be a joke when all this is over?
I've always said I'm in the middle, but I mean, I do. If my last thing was any hint, I do think she is leaning towards, having that Yonko status again, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like but I am still relatively in the middle because again, there are good points about how her character has been diminished.
And you know what? That's kind of I'm on the opposite here because like I really want her to have that Yonko intimidation again. To have that same scale that she had just 2 arcs ago. So that's what I want again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with Onigashima and how Oda is just going through this story, just bulldozing through it, it's got me worried. I'm not sure how to exactly feel about this.
Yeah, and that's understandable because, like, again, it's really weird how Oda's doing this story right now.
Yeah, there's a reason why you and I got kind of just a wee bit mad about that whole 2020 best manga thing with how One Piece was chosen over MHA, and we're not going to regret saying this. We both think that My Hero Academia was a far better written story, at least for this year. For 2020, I think My Hero Academia had a stellar year over One Piece. One Piece's writing this year has been something else. Like, if anyone says, oh yeah, name one flaw. Okay, Conjuro's character. It's been absolutely obliterated.
Yeah.
That's just one example. I'm not going to go into it here because we are near the end of our. Oh, we're already past the end of the year. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I that's what I fear. I don't. I want to believe Big Mom will get her groove back, but I also fear that she just might turn into a joke with how this story might be handled in the future, especially with the ending. But yeah, those are kind of our takes. We'll probably have a part two. Like if anyone wants to join in on this, we could have a
Yeah.
part two debate. I'm all up for this shit. You know what? I should ask Mr. Prems if he wants to do an episode on
Yeah.
this one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
We can
Maybe
do a
talk about the
return to form.
Yonko in general.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be great. Do like a stream from a few years ago. Flying Panda, Legendary Anime, One World HD, myself. We all just picked a Yonko. We went wild with it.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, I just want to say, like, Watkins, again, thank you for coming on. I'll be sure to bring you back on episode 6, unless that doesn't happen. If the even number curse breaks.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, there will be a link to his channel in the description, in the video, at the end screen. You know how this shit goes. So Watkins, I'm gonna let you close this out. Go ahead, have the final word on this stream.
Luffy will beat Big Mom 1-on-1.
I knew you would say that. Which is why I'm revoking your privilege. All right. So anyway, everyone make sure to ride the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World.